Halloween is coming up, right? Don't. Hope everybody's having a good day. Get this camera straight. There we go. Yeah, you know your boy's already on it this morning. How y'all doing this morning? Let me see something. Yeah, we in there like swimwear. Hope everybody had a good evening. I know I did. Slept like a baby. Woo! Trump, Virginia Guffreis Co-writer, knows the names in the Jeffrey Epstein Files. How many of you guys are going to be celebrating Halloween this year? Going out, getting dressed? Let me know. I want to know in the comments. And what are you going to be dressed up as? I'd like to know that as well. I want to keep on moving forward. God bless everybody. Let's get these prayers going in real quick before our time to start. Yeah, we got enough time. Let's go ahead and say good morning and our prayers out to Mark Dorfman, Luigi. Who else we got in here? Liberty and Justice. We also have my brother Casey. Also, we got Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno, and we're thankful that your leg is feeling better and you're able to put pressure on it. Also, who else we got in the building? We got Southeast. We got myself, BOOGOTTINYC. We hope to have a good show where I can be energetic, entertaining, as well as engaging. And we're going to say that and amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, okay? Because it's still not time. Okay, I hear it up there. You guys heard what I said, right? Trump, Virginia Guffreis co-writer, knows the names in the Jeffrey Epstein Files. October 22nd, y'all. It's Thursday. Time to get it in. Got the camera straight. Who else we got up in the building? We got a little bit more time to talk. We actually got a little bit more time. Yeah, before I got to do the intro, you know, making sure we good. Got a jump on everything this morning. Love to be ahead of the game. You never want to lag behind. Even if you got to sit there an hour early, I'd rather be early than late. Always keep that in mind, you guys. Good morning, who's that, Mike Holmes? Good morning, VIP Auction Group. Where you been? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. VIP, we always pray for you every single day, especially when I say, I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Take this energy and let's go. Come on. I heard that. Get back on. Now let's go. Come on. And keeping in the theme, we gotta keep on tapping up that face to cool us off. I never do anything like this, but I'm gonna do it today anyway. Cause something said, you know what? Sometimes you gotta do things different, and that's what we gonna do. Sometimes you just gotta turn up. So you know what? Keeping in the theme of Halloween, we gonna don't. Y'all see it? I said, it's close to midnight and something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. Yeah. You start to freeze as horror looks you right between your eyes. You're paralyzed. They're out to get you. You realize there's nowhere left to run. Yeah. Y'all know what? I ain't never do nothing like that before. I said, yo, we gonna do it a little different this morning. Cause you've never done it like that before. And why not have some fun with it and keeping in the theme of Halloween? Especially since it's Pump that B. Thursday the 23rd. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Shout out to Darkness Falls Across the Land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawls from all the neighborhoods to terrorize y'all's neighborhoods. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to quiver. For no mere forces can resist the evil forces of the Thriller. Y'all know who that was, right? Anybody know that? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna tell you myself. VP is his initials. And with that being said, I hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Let me see who's up in the building that we get some more shout outs to. We got Liberty and Justice up in the building. We got VIP Auction Group, Utah's Mike Holmes, this guy 65842. We also got US only countries. What else you got? Mike Holmes, US. Yes, that's right. Diggity Diggs is up in the building. Who else do I see right there? Do I see Lanyen Bueno? That's right. Ghost Pepper. Australia needs a Trump. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. And you know what I'm going to say. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. You know what show you're at already, don't you? It's called Our Bottom Line, the place where we do trending topics, daily occurrences. We keep up on everything that's going on. We have the #1 co-host in YouTube, and from 6 o'clock until, we ain't no joke, we used to let the mic smoke. Still #1 and still reigning supreme, because we do not play, we don't let up, and we keep on top of up-to-date current events and trends and topics. And with that being said, I'm ready to get busy. I got 5 on it. I'm gonna be stacking 5 videos, and I hope that you guys stay on topic, stay on point, and do me enough to go ahead and double tap that screen. Do me a little favor right now. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, to let more people know that we're here, and I am ready to get busy. Without any further ado, you guys, let's go. What do I have here in this thumbnail? How do we always say it? Let's get into these titles. Let's go. Let's get it, y'all. Trump. Virginia Guffreis Co-writer knows the names in the Jeffrey Epstein Files. There she is right there. She's still around, even though our the late person who actually started this big thing and happening and getting the ball rolling with Jeffrey Epstein, as well as Ghislaine Maxwell having accountability for their crimes. The #1 person who started that was Virginia Guffreis. Also, her co-writer is Amy Wallace. The name of the book is Nobody's Girl. Came out 2 years ago. Already starting to cause a whole bunch of waves everywhere. Big names, big situations are happening, and we got the clip, and we're gonna keep on moving forward, you guys. Also, we got these immigration judges can no longer offer bail to illegal immigrants. That's right. If you come here the wrong way and you got one of these judges that try to give you bail, it's no longer legal. We got the clip on that too, you guys. And last but not least, what else do we have? We have the appeals court deals a win to President Trump as they saw through Portland's dishonesty. As you guys see, I'm just reading the title, have nothing to do with me. Again, they're talking about dishonesty, pointing the finger at Portland, and we got a clip to keep it moving. And without any further ado, I know you guys are ready to go. So you know what, without any further ado, let's get to work. Let's get these videos going. Let's get this commentary happening. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday morning. We're going to get into some President Trump participates in a meeting with the Secretary General of NATO. Let's go, y'all. Let's get it.
This was supposed to be the tough one, and we've solved that puzzle, but this one will get solved also. So I want to just say it's an honor to have you, Mark. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for hosting again. And we were texting, I think it was on the day when you were in Israel and in Egypt, this tremendous success you had under your leadership, bringing peace to the Middle East.
Thank you.
And then we texted each other and said, and the next big thing has to be Ukraine, Russia. And I want to help, NATO wants to help, my colleagues want to help to basically deliver on your vision of peace in Ukraine. And I really want to thank you for everything you're doing, including breaking the deadlock with Putin, starting the dialogue in February when you came in as president in January, but also for everything you did with NATO, the fact that we are now at this 5%, the huge success in The Hague at the NATO summit, the fact that Europeans are also stepping up when it comes to Ukraine, basically the weapons from the US being delivered to Ukraine, paid for by allies, and the Europeans coming together to discuss how can we sustain Ukraine post the peace deal. All of this is evidence of your leadership of pushing the Europeans and the Canadians to do more, to deliver, and to equalize in spending with the US. So on all of this, and today we will talk more on how we can really bring Ukraine to the next phase and get this terrible war, and all the bloodshed ended.
And as you know, we are going to be making a big trip next week. Some of you are going with us. We'll be going to Malaysia, South Korea, and Japan. In South Korea, I'll be meeting with President Xi of China. We'll have a pretty long meeting scheduled. We can work out a lot of our questions and our doubts and our tremendous assets together. So we look forward to that. I think
I do too. Everybody in the chat does as well, because we tired of beefing with China. I think China's tired of beefing with us too. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'm about to start reading them. What you got over here? Tennessee, nice. What else you got? You got tomorrow morning. I will be lurking. I'm driving. I will be lurking. I'm driving to Tennessee tomorrow. Okay, Mike Holmes, we gonna pray for you. What's up, Lon Yen? Good morning, Jay Woods. Keep on moving forward. We got to go on over to Ukraine, where 6 people lost their lives again in this Russian airstrike hours after the bid for Putin talks. This is the reason why Trump is basically saying he doesn't even want to talk to Putin anymore about anything, because as you already know, I was already done at the 12th time when he was just saying, "Oh, we're gonna stop. They're gonna stop." Then they start again. Stop, start. He never knows what he's gonna do. So here we go again, another hit against Ukraine.
On Ukrainian cities overnight as Ukraine targeted a Russian chemical plant. At least 6 people were killed in Ukraine, including a 6-month-old baby and a 12-year-old girl in Kyiv.
Christ.
A number of residential buildings were damaged in the capital, and there were power outages in parts of the city. Ukraine's energy ministry said Russia's been attacking the country's energy infrastructure all night. The Ukrainian military, meanwhile, says it struck a chemical plant in the Bryansk region of southern Russia using Franco-British air-launched Storm Shadow missiles. It described the site as vital to Moscow's war effort. Russia hasn't commented. Well, the Kremlin's been warning the West not to give Ukraine weapons capable of long-range attacks, but Kyiv says it's imperative to target Russian facilities, which play a key role in Moscow's war against Ukraine.
Yeah, they need to try to go against the facilities in order to slow it down, because Russia does not seem to be stopping, and we have not heard anything since, 2 days ago about if Trump has decided to give Ukraine those Tomahawks. Not give, sell, because he's not giving nothing away for free. Keep on moving forward. We got to go over to Washington, D.C. as we're talking about this pardon. The pardon person, what's his name? He got pardoned for the January 6th defendant arrested for threats against who? None other than Hakeem Jeffries. And you guys see, I'm getting better with the hands. I'm just holding my hands now, doing stuff like this. Why? Because I've been inspired by my brother, Hakeem Jeffries. Thank you so much, you guys. Keep on moving forward. Because, boy, he be acting like he doing sign language. He doing enough hand gestures for both of us.
These court documents right here outline what led up to the arrest of Christopher Moynihan, a resident of upstate New York that's now facing charges of making a terroristic threat. Investigators writing in the felony complaint that Moynihan wrote in text messages on Friday that he planned to kill Congressman Jeffries in New York City on Monday, writing, "Even if I'm hated, he must be eliminated, and I will kill him for the future."
We will not be intimidated.
On Capitol Hill Tuesday, Jeffries took questions for the first time since the arrest.
When it comes to these extremists out there, you better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
Moynihan was sentenced to nearly 2 years in prison in 2023 for his involvement in the Capitol attacks on January 6, 2021. Video from that day showed him in the Senate chamber, rummaging through papers on senators' desks. Earlier this year, President Donald Trump pardoned Moynihan, along with the more than 1,500 other January 6 defendants.
The reckless and irresponsible pardons of hundreds of violent felons on January 6 has consequences.
The alleged threat against Jeffries follows a series of attacks.
Even your still shots have hand gestures. I'm beginning to think that hand gestures help you talk. You know, my brother. Let me stop. Let me leave you alone. Let me leave you alone.
Targeting political figures in both parties. On the campaign trail last year, there were 2 assassination attempts on then candidate Donald Trump. This past June, a masked man shot a pair of Democrat lawmakers in Minnesota, killing a state representative and her husband. And last month, conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot dead while he spoke at Utah Valley University.
We denounce violence from anybody, anytime.
Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson condemned the alleged threat of violence against Jeffries, but also claimed that these types of threats and attacks are more common from the left. But Democrats dispute this. And a recent study by the libertarian Cato Institute found that right-wing ideology was more responsible for deadly acts of political violence in the last 5 years than left-wing ideology.
Oh, keep on moving forward. You see, they got those statistics that they work, and they want to make sure that they're on top of their game. The same way we want to make sure that we're on top of our game while we bring you up-to-date content, trending topics, and current events. Do your boy a favor. Give me all the money in your pockets. No, I'm just kidding, because I know it's hard out here for a pimp, so I don't try to hit your pockets. But what I would appreciate is if we can get those likes up. It lets more people know that we're over here and what we got going on. Got some more news for you guys. Let's get on over to it. Nationwide gas prices dropping below $3. You know I'm going to ask the question. I always do. What do you guys think about these gas prices? Are you feeling it? Do you see the change? Because I'm about to show you a story right here, and I want to be right about it. And you guys are going to let me know. We don't care about what they're telling us. I want to know. It says nationwide gas prices drop below $3. You guys let me know. We're going to watch this story real quick. Make sure we're up to date right now. You guys let me know what you think.
Optimism. Joining us now, my good friend, National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett. Kevin, good to see you. I'm not going to ask you about the outcome of these off-year elections, but I would want to ask you this. Government shutdown or not, I guess we're going to get a CPI inflation number on Friday. And I'm not going to ask you to predict the exact number, but I want to say this. On the show last night and on the radio over the weekend, we've been talking about deflationary commodities, which may be a leading indicator down the road. Soybean prices are falling, wheat prices are falling, corn prices are falling,
okay.
Oil prices are falling, and gasoline prices are falling, which is all very interesting. I might add long bond rates are falling as well. So does that play a role in your thinking on inflation?
Oh, sure. You know, and you were right to focus on the reasons for optimism. And there's so many right now.
Okay,
we're looking at second quarter and a third quarter GDP growth that are going to maybe average almost 4%. We've got inflation. The GDP deflator was down to 2.1. We're getting inflation numbers on Friday, and the consensus of market people is it's going to be somewhere maybe between 0.2 and 0.3, which is a number that's going to allow the Fed to continue along the path of rate reductions. But the bottom line is that you can sort of wonder, why is this happening? And I think that there are two reasons, Larry. Thing one is President Trump's policies. He's going to have raised by the end of this year at least $300 billion in tariffs, and it's the current CEA estimate that over this calendar year compared to last year, the deficit will be reduced by about $600 billion because of all the policies that President Trump has helped Congress enact. And that $600 billion reduction in the deficit, if you go back and look at the academic literature, that's about explains why interest rates are so low. And so then the final thing is, why are we seeing a reduction in inflation in addition to, like, obviously getting interest rates low because of the deficit? And the reason is that the AI productivity boom is totally in the data. And when you have, as Art Laffer taught you and me a long time ago, when you have a big positive supply shock, like having everybody more productive because of AI, then that reduces prices, that reduces inflation.
Yeah, everybody better start getting down with AI some more, because you guys see where the market is shifting to. AI is about to be the new thing. Somebody actually said that somebody could replicate this show with me doing AI. And then I said to myself, we probably could. Imagine an AI dude up here doing everything that I do, but I'm not trying to toot my own horn. They couldn't do it. They don't know when to break in the crazy stuff and do all types of antics and talk about things the way that we do it. Let me tell you something. You can't beat the originals. AI, you got to fight on your hands if you try to replicate me, my man. Let's go. I'm ready to go. Let me at him. I'll splat him. You know my nickname is Scrappy Dude. Let's go. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We're going over to Washington. Nope. Yeah, we're going to talk about some more money. The U.S. may cut what's that? 15 to 16% more tariffs. That's on the deal report right here, and that's for India. We're trying to get this money together, you guys, this morning. I know we always talk about other stuff. You want to talk about Epstein. You want to see what's going on with Prince Andrew. Yes, we got it coming up. Give me 4 more clips. Let's get some other fat on our brains as far as economically, finding out what's going on about tariffs. And trust me, I got you guys on everything else. Let's go.
India-based Mint newspaper reporting that New Delhi and Washington may be nearing a trade deal that could cut tariffs on Indian exports from around 50% to as low as 15%. Let's bring in Bloomberg's Brendan Murray for more. The teams were obviously busy, Brendan. What kind of an agreement may they have come to given this report?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this deal has been months in the making, and it would be a significant step. The U.S. and India have tried to make a deal in various phases, 3 and 4 phases over the next 6 months or so. But it looks like that first phase might be coming together if we can believe this report. Now, there's a lot yet to confirm with the White House and with the official Indian government, but this would come at an interesting time because the president of the U.S. is trying to meet with China's president and do a deal of their own. So you've got a bit of gamesmanship going on, playing off India and China, obviously two competing manufacturing, exporting powerhouses. So
it's very important because right now we've given them 150% trade tariff, and it's ridiculous. So we've really got to work that down. China, we've been going back and forth too long with them. We got to settle these differences and get back to trade, especially with this government. I need the government to be open yesterday because guess what's coming? Thanksgiving, November 1st. What y'all gonna do about them turkeys? Especially if you slide in that EBT card because they send it. There's no food stamps coming for the month of November. What do you guys think about that? What you guys think about no food stamps for the month of November? And you know that's Thanksgiving. Hell with Halloween. Thanksgiving, yeah, November coming soon. What you guys gonna do? If you're sliding that EBT card and trying to get that fat turkey, you're gonna have to do it with cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Keep on moving forward to Utah. We got Tyler Robinson's attorneys as they accused his role, I don't want to say that word, in the proceedings. I'm going to let them finish off. I told you guys, we coming with the heat. It's time to keep on moving forward. Yes, Tyler Robinson's attorneys accused the prosecution of conflating a role in the criminal proceedings. Let's go, y'all. Let's stack this deck.
In the meantime, attorneys for the suspected shooter of political commentator Charlie Kirk claim the Utah County Attorney's Office is acting with the Sheriff's Office to prevent their client from wearing civilian clothing to his trial. This claim is hoping to strike the request that denied Tyler Robinson from wearing that civilian clothing and prevents him from being without restraints in court in just over a week. His attorneys claim if he comes in a jumpsuit and shackled, there could be a bias against him. This new claim alleges the Sheriff's Department does not have any authority in this decision. It's unclear whether that claim would be heard before his set court date, but it is unlikely Robinson will appear in normal clothing.
That's that suicide vest that he has on. They don't want to make any mistakes and let anything happen to him because guess what? If he is able to commit suicide, of course his family will be able to sue. I mean, it won't be a big deal, but the whole fact of the matter is people want to make sure he's secured because they want him to have his day in court to find out more. Mindset, what he was thinking about, what drove him to do what he did, besides the evidence that's already been found and presented. You guys appreciate the content like I appreciate you, and thank you for being here. That's why I'm not playing with your time and making sure I get this good content to you. All I ask is that you double tap the screen and get those likes up because all I want to do is get more people over here, more subscribers. I'm a numbers nut. That's all. I ain't saying no pause. I'm a grown ass man. And after the 3 minute mark, we can cuss. But I won't because I have too much respect for you guys. And yeah, someone might just pop in while you're cussing and you never want to do that. So you always want to be presentable. I respect you guys too much. But yeah, I really appreciate if you can double tap that screen to get those likes up. Put your hands down. Stop acting like Hakeem Jeffries. Put them in your pocket if you have to. Remember, Hakeem Jeffries. Okay, now we're going to go over to New York. I want to. I could dance with my hands now. Make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. They should be playing this music in the background as this going on, as stuff like this is going on.
Here in New York, as we watch.
Y'all know what I'm taking y'all to. Back to Canal Street. I was going to go down there with the camera yesterday just to get some more footage. I'm thinking about going down there today to do a spotlight depending on these numbers. If y'all don't get those numbers up, I might have to go to Man on the Road and get the camera out and be the roving reporter like we did last time and we saw all of those people running. Because guess what? It got hot and we presented it first, but they not playing and they still coming at these guys on Canal Street as the immigration operation is ongoing. They knew that there was a lot of people down there saying food gaga bags, fake glasses, fake everything. And guess what? They sent the feds in and they constantly sending them in now. So yeah.
It's the president of the Oval Office. These are live pictures from Lower Manhattan. We just saw this as the president was speaking. You remember correspondent Jessica Gartalia last hour was reporting on some immigration enforcement operations in the Tribeca neighborhood. This is also in Lower Manhattan. It's been active for the last few minutes. Looks like an arrest is being made here by HSI and other federal agents. Vest says police, federal agent on it. Many of these agents, most of them in fact wearing masks as they put this person into a van, a van that had been waiting. I believe this or one of these operations was on Canal Street here in New York. Earlier, it was at a different part of Manhattan, a few blocks.
So what they do is they set up their cars on an off block and then they stay in so nobody really knows what they're doing and they stay in the tinted windows. Once they get all lined up on those off blocks, they shut down traffic and everything. They don't care. They shut down the traffic, so you guys just be out there like they be leaving all of their stuff because they're not trying to get locked up and sent back home because half of them not supposed to be here, don't have passports, and they probably have some criminal records as well. So what's going on is now HSI is aware of what's going on Canal Street. So when y'all go down there to buy them fake bags and everything, I hope you got your sneakers on, put your New Balance on, because you might need to run. Yeah, because last time I was there, I happened to get into a situation where some shades just randomly fell into my hands. Casey, you know what I'm talking about, right?
From there where some arrests were made, and every time these officers move in to make arrests and enforce the immigration policy of the president, which is what they would tell you they're trying to do, they are met not only by protests from some local officials, somebody spitting at the van right there, but by a number of media officials. We have our own camera down there as well. So
we was literally on that block right there. I'm telling you, we was there. We was out there. And I'm talking, we just missed the heat. And another thing, I don't condone spitting on anyone. I don't even condone them coming up to the car, banging on the window. I don't condone certain things. Now, you want to do peaceful protest, I get it. But now they're starting to turn peaceful protests into doing slick stuff like throwing things, hitting people, fireworks all of a sudden. I mean, I guess I am old. Because I come from the days where we be outside like, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. No, we come from that day, not the day when they was doing stuff like this. I mean, you throw a projectile at somebody, you should get locked up. You throw a firework at somebody, I consider that an M80. Like, yo, you gonna have to get it. Turn this camera off. Matter of fact, I quit. I'm about to get in his ass, for real, for real.
This has been going on. See, part of that street is clearly blocked to traffic right now. So this is an ongoing operation in New York City. It's been happening on and off throughout the day, and we've been able to catch some of it live when the...
And you see you got you got all of these women out here. Look at all these women out here like, how dare you mess with these people? What are you doing? Get away from them. Where INDEP, and notice they all single walking over there too. I I ain't talking about y'all in the comments because y'all mind your business. Y'all with the Our Bottom Line crew. Y'all not them women. See all these women over here walking into the... what y'all got going on over here? Mind your business. Get your ass out of here unless you want to get locked up. For real. Like, don't be involved in what's going on. Mind your business. But no, they want to be all extra, taking out their video cameras and stuff. It's cool to take out your camera. But when you start getting involved, don't get mad when you get... Hey, what are you arresting me for? I didn't do nothing. Why you over messing with me? Then you got people in the crowd talking about, let her go. How dare you? Yeah, take your ass up the block and keep on walking and mind your business and you wouldn't have got locked up. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One dude over there looking at the camera like, yeah, you see what, he minding his business. He probably got a warrant, so he ain't messing around right.
ICE operations have picked up. Earlier we saw, agents walking up a street after they had made an arrest, looking possibly to make another.
So now part of the reason I didn't go is also because of that. I'm not trying to be out there with no camera, trying to get no footage. Like, yeah, y'all, it's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. You know what I'm saying? You see all this? Man, it's not that serious. I try to do it this way and get y'all attention. We got to keep on getting over to your uncle. Yes, your Uncle Tom, the guy that you like. He says he's buried enough ICE agents. We're going to go on to another category of this ICE baby situation. You're going to talk to your Uncle Tom.
Has been watching all of this very closely, and he's here with us now. Tom, the language to me that they're using is very clear. It's beyond resist. It's beyond First Amendment protected speech. That's all fine. This is actively impeding and threatening law enforcement agents. They're not the only ones who have guns and all that language.
Hey, Kendra.
Well, look, I've never seen anything like this. I started back in 1984. I've been doing this a long time. And look, that's why we're working very closely with the Department of Justice. We have increased prosecutions for impediment tenfold. I looked at the numbers the other day. We got the highest number of prosecutions for interference and impediment than I've ever seen. Attacks on ICE officers, as you know, it's up over 1,000%. And this rhetoric is just, if this rhetoric doesn't stop, I said this back in March when the rhetoric was rising. I said, if this rhetoric doesn't slow down, someone's going to die. And the left went crazy that I would say something like that. Well, they have. Unfortunately, I was right. We had a shooter die attacking a Border Patrol facility. We had an officer shot when people attacked an ICE detention facility. We had a sniper attack a Dallas facility and killed a couple of detainees. We've had several shootings in the last week. And it's not going to stop unless the rhetoric goes away. So when the congressman says he's going to prosecute people and hold people accountable, hold them accountable for what? For enforcing the laws that you enacted? If Congress, if ICE are racist and terrorists for enforcing the law, what's that make them? They wrote the law. We're doing exactly what Congress wrote with the laws they enacted that was signed by the president and that were appropriated with funding to do. ICE is doing their job and they're not going to stop doing their job.
Yeah, and Tom...
I told y'all they need to roll up with that. Once they got a person, they need to just be like this. As soon as they got the person already, they need to just be like this. Doom, 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 doom. All right, stop. Put your hands up. Now put it behind your back. I know y'all like, yo, son of a... I know y'all don't like me. The ones that don't like me in the comments, hey, you don't have to. That's why we made Our Bottom Line. I get it. I know you don't like when we make jokes like that. Watch your head. Hey, if you came here illegal, sometimes you got to deal with stuff like that happens and you got to worry about the ramifications. So I would suggest that most of the people try to come here and try to do it the legal way. Not even trying to make fun of it, because I know there's a lot of sensitive people in the comments that go both ways. And I understand, because you may have a family member or you may have an older person or someone that's been affected by it. But what I do want to do is give you a little bit of advice. If you have an abuela or an uncle or an older person that you're trying to keep safe, you got to keep the bad elements away from them. You know how they say, right? You know, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Also, if you don't want to get caught up in anything, you don't want to get mixed up with the wrong people. Even though you may love your family member, it might be your cousin, your nephew or something like that, you may not want to let them stay in your home if they're doing criminal things that can bring the heat to your house. And then your grandmother and your uncles and your aunts won't be affected by that. That's one way of trying to stay under the radar. I gotta say that because there's a lot of people that are being sent back and that are being arrested that I honestly feel like shouldn't be. Productive people in society, honestly, they may even need to get some help as far as like taking care of their paperwork. Let's get those numbers down with the ones that are criminals and stuff, but not so much the productive people. Because let's be honest, a lot of people that's Americans don't even want to work. You know how many times I ask them, like, hey, you want a job? Oh, yeah, I'm a Hey, all of a sudden you ask this guy from another place, another race, ready to step up and do the job. So, hey, yeah, we need people to work. Just be honest about it. Need people to service things and do certain stuff. So, and if they've already been doing it productively, being a source of income and a good person, paying their taxes, I don't see any reason why we can't make an exception for certain people. Let's keep on moving forward. I know I went a little in on that, but let's go. We got this observed. But no, I want some heat right now. I want you guys to turn up right now. I want some good stuff for you guys right now. Here, let's go right here. Immigration judges can no longer grant illegal criminals who enter the U.S. without authorization bond. Yeah, now we're going to stack this deck, you guys. I want to try to bring you guys some heat. Now, I've been talking long enough. Let's get something going right here. Let's go.
Decision released last month that could impact millions of people in the country. A change to how immigration laws are enforced could mean anyone arrested will remain detained until they are deported. But some attorneys are now pushing back. This week, the federal government said in court that since July, more than 1,800 people have been arrested in the Chicago area. But having their day in court is not a guarantee. The immigration court is convoluted. It does not fall under the judicial branch. It falls under the executive branch. Separate from criminal court, a person's rights are much more limited. ABC 7 Chief Legal Analyst Gil Sofer.
The proceedings in an immigration court, they're not criminal, they're civil. The question isn't whether someone has committed a crime, the question is whether they can be deported. And the rights are different.
Now a new immigration court directive could keep people detained much longer before they're deported. In September, the Board of Immigration Appeals, the top administrative body which interprets and applies immigration laws, released a new decision. For the first time in American history, the court ruled immigration judges can no longer grant bond for undocumented immigrants who enter the U.S. without authorization, all but guaranteeing mandatory detention for those detained.
It is a monumental decision. It's a change in approach for sure.
DHS calling the ruling, quote, a big win for our ICE attorneys, securing our ability to detain illegal aliens until they are deported.
And also they're going to know now and be aware that if we get caught, let's say I'm an illegal, if we get caught over there, we didn't even get no bond, so we can skip town and go to one of those sanctuary cities and hide out, which a lot of the criminal elements have been doing. They've been going from Boston to New York to San Diego, Los Angeles, because that they know the sanctuary city policies are going to protect them. Now that they can't get bond like this, is this federal or state? Because that's also important. If it's not going to be taken by state, they can still skip and go to other states and be protected. Probably have a warrant or something. But yeah, if this is federal, they would have to do something under the federal guidelines to make them be arrested federally in order for this to actually to apply.
But immigration advocates and attorneys say it's a total sea change.
It overturned decades of case law, of regulations and laws.
Judge Payton is a former assistant chief immigration judge who was fired by the Trump administration this past July. She says without cause. Now she's in private practice and says undocumented people seeking a bond hearing have to hire an attorney like her to file petitions in federal court outside of immigration court to try to get relief.
Demanding that the federal courts review the decision of the immigration court and tell them that they're wrong and they should hold a bond hearing.
It felt very dehumanizing.
Tonight at 10 p.m., the I-Team looks at one family challenging this new court directive, all to release their father.
The moment they put him in a van, we didn't know where he was going.
Now, the ACLU has sued the Trump administration over its no-bond policy from being enforced. A hearing in that case is scheduled a week from today.
It just explains something too. So when you get arrested for immigration and it's a federal charge, so that's why that law would be under the federal guidelines. Okay, it is a federal charge, so it's not a state charge. I guess whatever you do under the state charges would have to be separate, and then you have to go to court for that as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's something that I was really interested in knowing. Hope you guys learned something there as well. Let's go over to Washington, where Trump says he'll meet with Chuck Schumer on one condition. What's that condition, you guys? What's the condition that Trump's saying that the only condition that he's gonna be able to meet with Chuck Schumer on? You guys guessed it, right?
Well, he said he reached out to you about meeting on the government shutdown. Will you meet with him before you leave for Asia on Friday?
Well, I will actually. I'd love to meet with them. I just want them to open up the country first. The country is so hot right now, and they've never voted against, continuation. They've never voted against. They've never done that. They're doing this because they have Trump derangement syndrome. But I would love to meet. I would like to meet with both of them, but. I set one little caveat. I will only meet if they let the country open. They have to let the country open. The people want to go back to work. They want to be served. They need the services of some people. And a lot of people need the money, the payroll. So I'll do it as soon as they open up the country. I'd like to meet them.
You won't meet just to be clear, you won't meet with them until the government's open.
The government has to be open, yeah. You know how long it would take for them to do that? Just saying, okay, government's open, that's it.
It's a stipulation, basically, as well. Let's be straight up about it. It's basically saying, basically adhere to the paperwork, sign it, and then we'll open up the government, then we can talk. Let's be honest about what that's saying as well. And now they're putting it all on that side. But I don't know. What do you guys think in the comments? Do you feel that this is a reason for both sides to take responsibility or accountability? Or do you think that one side is responsible for the government shutdown? I really want to know about this. You know what? I actually do want to poll this right now. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that the Democrats are responsible for the government shutdown? Or you think the Republicans are responsible for the government shutdown? But put whatever you want inside of your comment. I'm going to read them off, and whoever has the most say, I'm going to just do it that way instead of a regular poll. I don't want to mess around with those things on the side over there. We do our stuff analog around here. So I'm going to ask you guys straight up. Do you think that's a Democrat, or okay? I like Diggity. Diggity, I'm with you, bro. Thank y'all. I wanted you to say that because I want to see Democrats, both. Okay, Angels Among Us says it's both. Okay, Democrats. Okay, Luigi says both. Guys got it. That's what I'm saying. Level head. Democrats 100% says, okay, a lot of people are going one side. A lot of people are saying Democrats. Some people are saying both. Few people are saying Republicans. Sounds like both. Thumbs down. It's all decorative. I got what you mean about that. Okay. I think it's both. I think both sides are responsible, and they playing a tennis match right now. When it's convenient, they blame the other side. When it's inconvenient, they blame the other side. Also, under the situation right now, there's a lot of things that can happen. There can be a lot of people fired. There can be some people not nominated, not taking their positions. There can be businesses hurt like mine that can't get their contracts through to the TTB because the government is shut down, and the TTB is ran by the federal government. So can y'all get y'all stuff together, please? That's why I feel like it's both. Because I'm a business person, and it's affecting my business outside of our bottom line. Let's get a little more of this. Thank you guys for your comments. Double tap the screen if y'all appreciate the content that y'all seeing. Let's keep on moving forward.
There is nothing.
How long
They're not negotiating. What they're doing is saying they lost the negotiation, and when we got the great big beautiful deal done, they lost that negotiation. Now they're saying, well, we want to get some of the things we lost. But the problem is the things they lost are very bad for our country. We don't want to have people come over from all over the world, from prisons and all, and have their health care paid for. We want to take care of people that are American citizens and all. So they want $1.5 trillion of money to be wasted and jeopardize the health care of other people. We're not going to do that. So
I want to know, when can we step up? I mean, we get to vote these people in, but why can't we step up at times like this? Why can't there be a vote where the people are like, you know what? Now we step up and say what we want to do. We tired of both of y'all. A lot of people in the comments is tired, straight up and down, right? What if you're a Republican and you're in the comments and you had the chance to say, hell with this, we're not doing this no more, I'm sure you'll be like, that's enough, right? If you're a Democrat in the comments, you'll probably be thinking the same thing, because it's not helping anybody right now. To try to hold the line and everybody's broke and we're all losing money and everybody's suffering, I just don't think it's good for either side. This is the part where I like when we come together, and even though we argue, we gotta remember the underline is what? We're human beings. We gotta survive no matter what. You're a Democrat, I'm a Republican. I'm going down in the water, got my hand up like, please help me. You're not gonna help me because I'm a Republican or a Democrat or independent. Nah, bro, nah, sis. I got you, and if we go down together, we go down together. Don't play like that, yo. Y'all gotta stop playing games, and we really gotta start caring about each other, and hell with these politics. Now let's get into what y'all wanna do. I'm trying to get out of jail, no bail, already failed. This man right here might get me out, even though I talk shit about him with doubt. I'ma see what he really wanna do, cause I sent my people at him and I have a clue that he might look out and let me out of jail.
President Trump may be considering commuting the sentence for Sean Diddy Combs, and K-Fed is revealing new details about the end of his marriage to Britney Spears. TMZ's Branson Quirk is live in Los Angeles. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
We are doing great. Let's start with Diddy. So he's serving a 50-month prison sentence for prostitution-related charges. He's served 13 months, and with credit would get out in about 2 years. But you guys have a source in the White House who says Diddy could actually be out as early as this week if the president gets involved.
Right, exactly. TMZ, we spoke to a high source there at the White House that told us that Donald Trump is vacillating, really considering...
Vacillating? Come on, bro. You couldn't find another word but vacillating? I don't even know what it means, and it sounds like Vaseline. Come on.
Donald Trump is vacillating, really considering pardoning Diddy. And as of this morning, the White House did reject that is a true statement. But TMZ is currently standing by that statement as of this morning. We spoke to someone that is very important at the White House, and that's what they currently say. So the White House is saying one thing, and then this official is saying another at this very moment. And yes, Diddy, with that 50-month sentence, he's been in for about 13 months now. So with time served and with credit, he could get out. His legal team is saying 2 years and some change. But we do know also that Diddy, just in the last 24 hours, did also officially file to appeal the case. We know that he was making this promise. His team was making that promise to do this. And just within 4 to 6 weeks, we'll see an official brief for this appeal.
All right, we'll have to stay tuned. So Kevin Federline has a new tell-all.
All right, y'all, what y'all think? Do you think that Donald Trump has the possibility of freeing him? Because there's a lot of people already saying, you know what, it's probably a lot of people in his ear. Yes, he apologizes. He knows he shouldn't have said what he said. When he gets out, he's not going to say nothing bad about you. But come on, let the diddler go. Let the diddler go. Oh boy, and if he gets a pardon, that means he's not gonna have to do those programs anymore. He's probably gonna fade out for a little while, and he's gonna do exactly what he said. Madison Square Garden, I wanna do a performance. The next thing you know, ding, 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 ding. Everybody gonna be like, oh my God, Diddy's back. Hey, get the baby oil. And everybody gonna be right in the same mix doing it all over again. And whoever he had beef with, I feel for you. Oh, I feel for you, like Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Oh, he gonna get y'all, boy. It's gonna be bad. It ain't gonna be nice. I wasn't one of them. Wasn't me. I minded my business the whole time because I didn't know what was gonna happen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Washington. Trump says, do you think that Joe Biden laid awake at night thinking about deals with China? Because he does. He says he doesn't even go to sleep. That's all he does.
President Trump, so a question to both of you, if you don't mind.
I love his haircut. I'm going to try that. No, I love it. Go ahead.
So, as we all know, China controls 90% of the global supply of critical minerals. they have launched attacks on Australian companies, primarily Linus Rattlers. What will happen to China if they don't play fair with this?
So it's a very interesting question. We have a tremendous power, and that's the power of tariff. And I think that China will come to the table and make a very fair
Come on,
deal.
let's get those likes up,
Because
y'all.
if they don't, they're going to be paying us 157% in tariffs.
Get those
Right
likes
now,
up.
they're paying 55 to 57%. When I was first president, first term, we had the greatest economy we've ever had. And as you know, people don't write too much about it, but China paid us hundreds of billions of dollars worth of money for tariffs. Biden left it, but he didn't enforce it. He gave exceptions to almost everything. And so he left the tariffs, but he didn't really collect the numbers that he should have collected, and because he didn't know what the hell he was doing. So now the tariffs are much higher in China than they were before, and they're high on other countries depending on whether or not we like that country or we get along, and that's for national security purposes. So I made deals with Japan, I made deals with the European Union, or the whole of Europe practically, but the European Union, made deals with a lot of different people. We have a very fair deal for, I will say, Australia's paying a low number. They do have, I'll change it, we have a little bit of an advantage on that one. I told you, the advantage we have is airplanes. We sell a lot of airplanes to them and they need them. It's a very vibrant place and people go in and out, and I look forward to going there myself. And
You got to keep moving forward, Prez. We appreciate you, Gaggle, and the information that you're updating us with. Yes, I have somebody that has a good comment in the comments, and you know what they're saying? We got 500 and something people in here, and we only got that little bit of likes. You guys don't like what you're seeing? My mama always told me, boy, if you stay somewhere 5 minutes and you're there long enough, that means you like where you're at. You guys been here longer than 5 minutes. Do your boy a favor. It ain't going to cost you nothing. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a member. We do this every single day. Also, you see that bell down there? Tap that bell right there, Hit that bell right there, because that's what's going to turn on the post notifications and let you know when we're on. Let's keep on moving, y'all. I got to keep on. I got a lot more in the clip. Now we got to just full-fledged, go straight ahead. What are we talking about here? We may have a little bit of unprofessionalism here. Anybody know who Lindsay Hooligans is? Yeah, well, there's a reporter that's basically saying that they may have the wrong person that's trying to pin down, you know who I'm talking about, right? Sherman's having relations. None other than Letitia James, AKA Mother Clump. You guys know who I'm talking about. I already told you, she get jammed up in this and she needs to make some money to settle that $3 million lawsuit. All she got to do is call Eddie up and say, look here, let's do another clumps. Let's do another nutty professor, and I got you. All I need is the fat suit. I look just like the mama anyway. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Ooh, I know I'm gonna take a lot of heat for that, but I don't really care.
Like this either. So I think that it really underscores the lack of experience here. You know, Lindsay Halligan had never been a prosecutor before she got into this position. And it also, you know, again, I will also remind people as well that all of it was on the record. And so also seems to underscore some kind of lack of understanding of how to engage with the media as a person who's a high profile public figure.
So we've got Lindsay Halligan, who basically is a White House advisor, former insurance lawyer with no experience as a criminal prosecutor, member of President Trump's legal team, and helped present him his classified document case, overseeing investigations into former FBI Director Comey and New York AG Letitia James. What they're saying is she doesn't have the experience to do so, should not have had comments or contact with reporters on social networks, and she has been doing that. That's basically what they're trying to say in a nutshell.
Although, you know, she certainly has experience engaging with the media, given her past as a member of Trump's defense team.
Let me talk about the specifics of what she was arguing with you. So Letitia James is being accused of mortgage fraud, being accused of having a property that she said would be her primary property, also a property that she wouldn't rent out. And in the New York Times reporting, you found a contradiction there, like that she was not actually reporting what the DOJ was accusing her of reporting. The facts of that house didn't line up with what the DOJ had been arguing in grand jury, in that grand jury room.
Okay, thank you for that. You guys need to get y'all stuff together, but I'm gonna go on over here real quick because I want any one of you guys to tell me I'm wrong when you tell me that she don't look like Mother Clump. I always make sure that the references are very close so that you can understand what's going on over here. You see this right here? You guys can zoom in over there. You see Mother Clump over there. You see Letitia James. I'm telling you guys, all she needs some lipstick. Put on that suit. Eddie, I got you. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. So that's all she got to do. I'm telling you. 300,000 maybe be able to get per movie. Do like 2 or 3 of them. Try to get them off your back a little bit, you know. Do what you got to do, Letitia. But you got some problems coming up, and I'm telling you, hopefully that person that they got trying to indict you and lock you up does the unprofessional case, and you'll be able to wrangle your way out of it. Because I think she's a lawyer as well, right? Let's keep on going right now because I know what you guys want to talk about. You guys want to get into this Virginia Post memoir as she speaks about Andrew, Prince Andrew, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not going to hold back right now. Let's get into Nobody's Girl, who we purchased yesterday and already been reading it. This is Virginia.
The memoir, Nobody's Girl, is incredibly sad, and you read Giuffre's story of being groomed and sexually abused by Epstein and others. And we've seen a lot of high-profile cases recently where victims of sexual assault have come forward and they haven't been believed. In the Diddy case, for instance, the jurors rejected the sex trafficking allegations. And in the Harvey Weinstein retrial, jurors only accepted one of the 3 victims. So certainly difficult for victims to come forward, especially when they aren't believed in different legal cases. Many of the book's revelations have already come out in the Epstein indictment, Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal trial, and of course, Virginia Giuffre's civil lawsuit against Prince Andrew. There are some more specific details in the book, so the question is, will anything come of it from a legal perspective?
I think so.
Prince Andrew certainly has the most exposure from a legal and a PR perspective. Now, unless there's another victim, he's not going to be prosecuted. And the civil lawsuit with Giuffre already settled, but he may decide to move forward with a lawsuit of his own. He may file against the publisher for defamation. He may file against Giuffre's estate. If this memoir breached the settlement agreement that the 2 entered into, or it contains additional revelations that were false. The fallout may be a criminal or civil case. With respect to a criminal case, because Giuffre is dead, there can be no prosecution using her memoir.
That's why they're so scared right now, because she's like, it sucks, but they can't do anything more to her. She's already gone. What you gonna do? Just like she made the ultimate sacrifice, put everything out in that book, and everybody's scared now. Yeah, they scared now. Now we got to keep on moving forward, because from the grave, Virginia Giuffre names Israel's prime minister as her. I'm going to let them say it. I don't want nobody knocking in my door screaming, "Get on the ground! What are you?" Nope, ain't doing that. I'm going to let them say
has in this book. Virginia Giuffre passed away in April of a suicide. Supposed suicide, maybe an actual suicide.
Supposedly.
It's unclear. However, her new book, Nobody's Girl, dropped today. She had insisted before her death that this book came out no matter what happens to her. She wanted this book published. It is now published, and the details in it are disgusting. She points at many very powerful people. She doesn't name very many names. I mean, in the book, she does name Prince Andrew, but there's others that she just alludes to. She calls them Billionaire 1, Billionaire 2, Billionaire 3, Prime Minister 1, a sadistic prime minister, soon-to-be governor of a western U.S. state, and a former U.S. senator. These are the things that these are the titles that she gave in the book, probably to protect the publisher, because she'd already publicly said who these people were in her testimonies and in her various different interviews. But in the book, she doesn't actually name those names. But different new details have come out in this book, and it is absolutely disgusting. I think just once again showing why so many people are demanding Epstein Files. We want to know who these powerful people were, what kind of blackmail is on them, how compromised are they, and what sort of decisions they made. on behalf of American citizens using taxpayer dollars because they themselves were actually blackmailed. This is the New York Post. They came out with Virginia Guffreis beaten, raped by well-known prime minister in an attack that broke Epstein's spell. Her memoir reveals. This is the story from New York Post. Prominent Jeffrey Epstein victim Virginia Roberts Giuffre was brutally bloodied, beaten, and raped by a well-known prime minister in a series of savage encounters that finally helped the teenager break free from the sex trafficker's spell. In her posthumous memoir, Nobody's Girl, a memoir of surviving abuse and fighting for justice, Giuffre recalls begging Epstein to step in after the unnamed politician forced her to beg for her life. But the pedophile coldly told her it was simply part of her job. She says, after the attack, I couldn't stay a fool, having been treated so brutally, and then seeing Epstein's callous reaction to how terrorized I felt. I had to accept that Epstein meted out praise merely as a manipulation to keep me subservient. So who is she talking about? Well, we have some guesses based on some of the various different interviews and her testimony that she's done. When she talks about the sadistic prime minister, Giuffre describes an unnamed prime minister who raped her violently, choked her unconscious, laughing as she bled. She wrote that this man met her on Epstein's private island around 2002, and that Epstein later dismissed her pleas not to be sent back, telling her, "You'll get that sometimes." So when she said I was abused and he was really violent, he's like, "You'll get that sometimes." Giuffre never revealed the leader's nationality, explaining that she feared retaliation. No major outlet has definitively identified him. The reporting acknowledges speculation linking the description to an unnamed world leader in Epstein's circle. And that unnamed leader is, they believe that this is Ehud Barak, the former prime minister of Israel. And at the time, he was the prime minister when he was doing this. That is the allegation.
Yeah, y'all. See, that's why they're trying to keep those files back, because names like that, people that are still in politics and people that are still in power, they're nervous. They don't want people's names to get out. Yes, you guys are right. Y'all know what's going on here. They're trying to protect the powerful. Keep on moving forward, because, yo, guess what? That co-writer, she knows the names of the people on this list. You guys keep saying, oh, we want the list. This co-writer, she's already been talking to her. She's already been with her for the entire time they've written this book together. There's only one person besides Virginia that knows everything.
That are there, but every different scene she had to make a decision about whether or not she was going to rename or name these people, and the book is the result of those decisions that she made.
So you guys can see why she didn't put certain names in and why she didn't. She wanted to protect her. She wanted to protect the publishers as well from lawsuits.
Well, and I would assume anybody who's associated with the book, you're connected, the publishers, everybody is liable if these extraordinarily wealthy and powerful people decide to come after you. So I would have assumed it was a team effort to say, can't name this one, or it's a world of hurt for everybody involved.
Well, I mean, any book like this, and you know this, you know, of course, you fact check. We interrogated it. I mean, it's part of the reason that she hired me. I've been a journalist for 30 plus years. I know how to investigate things. So this was not. I think there's a mystery surrounding a ghostwriter collaboration arrangement. This was not just me turning on my tape recorder and having her speak into it and then transcribing it and then cleaning.
We got more, y'all. All I'm asking, please double tap the screen to get those likes up. I know you guys don't got that much money, and I get it. It's rough out here. It's hard out here for a pimp. But please, we can get some more people over here to make the ends justify the means. Let's get those numbers up on those likes. I really appreciate it. We're not going nowhere. We got more information right here. All I need you guys to do is either subscribe to the channel, become a member, help your boy out. I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning. That's all I'm asking. Ain't asking for no money. Come on now. Let's double tap that screen, get those likes up. Really appreciate it.
It up a little bit and putting it into a book form. It involved a lot of extra reporting around her, a lot of documentation from, as I said, court records. I've read all of the depositions, not just hers, but everyone's in the case that have been made public. We talked to a lot of people around her who knew her contemporaneously during the Epstein and Maxwell abuse. et cetera. That's not the full summary of our fact checking and our carefulness, but we knew, and she knew all along, that she was a target. If she raised her hand, she was going to get potentially slammed, and everything needed to be buttoned up, and we worked very hard to make that happen.
The hair stood up on my neck when you said the tapes, because I realized that's how you work. When you're working with someone as a co-writer or a ghostwriter, you tape those long interviews, and then you work with the material, which means there's tapes that have names. Will we ever hear those tapes? Will we ever hear those names? Is it a matter of waiting for certain people to die because you can't defame someone who's dead?
I think the question, the place to aim that question is towards the Department of Justice. You know, yes, I know who the names are. Virginia knows who the names are. But so does the FBI and so does the Department of Justice. That's why there's such a clamoring right now for the Epstein Files to be released.
That's why we're doing this and why we've been doing it almost every single day for the last, 6 or 7 months. We've been on top of it.
True disclosure today in the publication of Virginia Guffreis' posthumous autobiography, the title, Nobody's Girl, a memoir of surviving abuse and fighting for justice. Co-author Amy Wallace joins us in just a moment. Guffreis died by suicide earlier this year, but she documented the abuse she
alleged suicide
suffered at the hands of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Quoting now from the book, just when I thought things couldn't get worse for me, they did. Epstein trafficked me to a man who raped me more savagely than anyone had before. We were on Epstein's Island when I was ordered to take this man to a cabana. Immediately it was clear that this man, whom I've taken pains to describe in legal filings only as a well-known prime minister, wasn't interested in caresses. He wanted violence. He repeatedly choked me until I lost consciousness and took pleasure in seeing me in fear for my life. About Prince Andrew, she writes, quote, I hadn't wanted to have sex with the prince, I said, but I felt I had to. Our livelihoods depended on it for one thing, but I also truly believed there was no way for me to free myself from Epstein and Maxwell's grip. And then there's this, quote, he put his hand on my back, a fond gesture that was rare for him. I hope you know how much I appreciate you for embracing my lifestyle, he began as Maxwell cozied up to me, up next to me too. Over the past several months, you've shown me a devotion that is difficult to find. The friends I've introduced you to agree. You are a delightful young woman. He took a breath and wondered where all this was going, and I wondered where all this was going. Then he came out with it. Jenna, I want you to have our baby. Joining us now is her co-author, Amy Wallace. It's just remarkable, the details in this. Near the end of the book, she says, I don't regret it, but the constant telling and retelling has been extremely painful and exhausting. With this book, I seek to free myself from my past. You worked with her for 4 years. How do you think she would feel to have this out in the public now?
Well, she made it very clear how she would feel because she sent me an email about 3 weeks before she died saying, in the case of my passing, I want this book published, not just for me, but for all survivors of sexual abuse, not just Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, but for anyone who has been coerced into sex against their will. So she very much wanted this book published, and I think she would be very proud, and it's a victory for her even after her passing.
She writes in the book, I believe that I might die a sex slave. And another point says, inside I was seething. Day and night, my every waking moment was circumscribed by his wants and needs, talking about Epstein. I was caught in the trap of familiar diminishment, but still something about Epstein's hold on me kept me docile and acquiescent. What do you think it was at the core of it?
Well, I think she writes about this really eloquently. There's sort of a predator's playbook in this narrative, in this memoir. Not only were these girls lured into a home thinking they were going to give a massage and then sexually, raped and assaulted by both Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, but then they were also had this sort of mental jujitsu that the classic groomer does, which is
got to keep moving forward, you guys. I know y'all want to keep staying in that topic right there, but we can't. We got to keep moving forward. If y'all appreciate the content, the way we stack that, the reason why we play other clips is because that clip might not say something that one did. I do believe, even though we got beef, fool gonna take a picture with me, then thinking gonna call my cell phone asking me if I was in his building. Yeah, I got beef with that thunter right there, Anderson Cooper, who has a building in the neighborhood that I know about. Long story short, anyway, I do feel like he did good coverage right there. The reason why we play different clips is because of that. Because you may get information from one clip that you won't get from another one. And that's what we do around here. Try to get it rounded as much as possible. Do your boy a favor, because I'm going to ask, double tap that screen to get those likes up. And the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Why Charlie Kirk? Why did they give it to him? You guys let me know. Why do you think Charlie Kirk was given the Presidential Medal of Freedom when he did?
This past Tuesday would have marked Charlie Kirk's 32nd birthday. But tragically, his life was cut short by an assassin's bullet in Utah last month. In honor of the late founder of Turning Point USA, President Trump awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom posthumously. This was the first Medal of Freedom that Trump awarded during his second term. Since President John F. Kennedy established this highest civilian honor in 1963, fewer than 700 individuals have received it. So why Charlie Kirk? Here's what the president had to say.
Today we're here to honor and remember a fearless warrior for liberty, beloved leader who galvanized the next generation like nobody I've ever seen before, and an American patriot of the deepest conviction, the finest quality and the highest caliber, the late, great Charlie Kirk.
God has used Kirk's assassination to inspire tens of thousands of young Americans to join Turning Point USA and to attend church. This movement represents a new generation committed to the God-given right of free speech that Charlie advocated for, fostering an open and free exchange of ideas, encouraging respectful debate, and listening to others instead of responding violently to those with differing opinions.
We started our platinum on those grounds right there. I keep on telling you guys, I am not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican, not an independent. I'm a human being, and the reason we started this platform is so everyone can come together and have somewhere to have dialogue. If you're arguing, most of the time we can argue, come to a solution, and maybe get to a good point. Trust me, we can do a lot of stuff together. You want me to show you how much stuff we can do together? You wouldn't even believe it. All right, I'm gonna show you a perfect example. I just need 1 second. Right here, you guys. Here's the perfect example of how you never know how things can come together. I mean, out of nowhere, things can, I'm talking about, and we're gonna just jump straight to it. I'm not even gonna play around because I had this lined up for a reason. I'm jumping to this right here for a reason. I can't play the audio, but you guys know what this is. You know what this is right here. This is what? One of the most classic scenes that we've ever seen in our lives, right? Lady and the Tramp. Anybody knows what this scene is. This is the spaghetti kissing scene. That's right. Guess what? We didn't even know it. But our bottom line brought together a relationship. And yes, we're calling you two guys out because you do it every day in the comments. I'm all of a sudden looking at the comments and I see liberty and justice. Then I see Casey Ramos. And then one day I see Casey and Liberty. And then I see Liberty and Casey. So you mean to tell me we've turned into love? Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. It's the Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. Yes, Casey and Liberty and Justice have found each other on our platform. Let's go, y'all. Let's play the clip because we got to show them some love. This is how they found each other. Look at that. Ain't that cute? Look at Casey and Liberty. Oh, look at that. He gave her the meatball. Ain't that cute? All right, you guys, let's get back on topic. I just had to do that because y'all set yourself up for that. Y'all did that to yourselves. And Casey popped up at the last Show Your Talent search. It was like, oh, Liberty this and Liberty that. She's texting him and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Love, exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. Let's get on over to Donald Trump, where he says, they probably owe me a lot of money, says President Trump, when it comes to possible lawsuits against the Department of Justice. Casey, I know you're going to get me later, bro, but I had to do it to you. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one, Case. That was my boy right there, though.
And look for compensation, and how much are you asking for?
Who's asking for what?
Are you asking the Justice Department to pay you compensation for
Who's compensation?
your federal investigations into you? Are you asking them to pay compensation, and how much?
Into me? I don't get any compensation. I do it for nothing. I gave up my salary. Into me?
No, it's going to be the Justice Department. Are you asking them to pay you compensation for the federal investigations that happened to you? And how much are you asking
well,
for?
I guess they probably owe me a lot of money for that. Probably, yeah, that's true. That's very interesting. No, I gave you a salary. I gave up my salary. It's a good salary. Not as much as these guys make, but that's okay. It's a lot of money. And I don't, as you know, I didn't take it in the first 4 years. I'm not taking it in these 4 years either. But as far as all of the litigation and everything that's going on, yeah, they probably owe me a lot of money. But if I get money from our country, I'll do something nice with it, like give it to charity or give it to the White House, where we restore the White House. And we're doing a great job in the White House. As you know, the ballroom is under construction. It's going to be, they've been trying to get it for 150 years. And
hey, man, if you guys are lucky and you guys, might be able to get the ballroom, if y'all need to do something soon, you know what I'm saying, Casey? Y'all might need to holler at Trump, see if he let y'all use the ballroom. We all show up, all wearing certain types of suits. You never know. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to get over to the Latvian police bust. European cybercrime arrests. 7 suspects in Europe. Ooh, boy. When they come in hot and heavy like this, no homo. Yeah, no, pause. Let me say that. Yeah, you got to know that something's about to go down. As you guys can see, something's about to happen here. Not only is it about to happen at this door, but down the hall at the other door simultaneously. So they about to make it happen at the same time. Boom! Get on the ground, son of a bitch! Let me see your hands! Where you going? Y'all know what's about to happen. This is an internet fraud ring busted in SIM cartel operation in Latvia. Damn.
Latvian police working
talking about taking the door off the hinges.
With EU agencies have busted a major internet fraud network that scammed thousands across Europe, Europol said on Friday. 7 suspects were arrested on October the 10th in a joint operation involving police from Austria, Estonia and Latvia. The criminal ring is accused of scamming victims out of nearly 5 million euros in thousands of separate cases, mostly in Latvia and Austria.
Look, they got a high-tech scheme going on here.
During the raids, police seized 1,200 SIM box devices and 40,000 SIM cards.
Look at this. Like a mobile.
Europol added that the network was also used to facilitate other crimes like migrant smuggling and extortion.
Wow. So what they do is they go to these places, rent these facilities out, create stuff like this so that they can do black market schemes and scams. And not only that, they're able to access them off-site so that they don't have to be here and get caught up in the schemes. They tried to do that in New York in an apartment building. Hard drives, information, very expensive hard drives. But guess what? They got them, and hopefully that's going to save a lot of people's identification, people's credit, people's work history, all sorts of things. And yes, we care about things that happen all around the world around here, not just what happens in our own backyard. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that you're getting, because I got to take you over to something that's kind of crazy. I don't know. For some reason, when I see costumes a certain way, like inflatables, I just want to punch them too. It doesn't matter who's in it. I'm sorry to say it, but it's just like that. Some of us are like that. So there, we got this situation where this man that was wearing an inflatable President Trump suit was attacked at the Massachusetts No Kings rally. They kind of got into him, you guys. I thought it was a little crazy. I'm not going to laugh and say nothing about it, but I do want you guys to see this. What do you guys think about this?
Caught on cell phone video in Swampscott.
One man was attacked. Another is facing charges. Boston 25 News reporter Drew Carita speaks with the victim inside the inflatable President Donald Trump costume.
I just wanted to get Trump out there, show him that he has some support.
Jonathan Silvera says he was met with hostility while showing that support for President Donald Trump at a No Kings rally on the North Shore.
Really? You're gonna attack somebody in a...
Cell phone video captured by his girlfriend shows a man kicking, pushing, and grabbing Silvera while he was inside a President Donald Trump inflatable with an American flag in hand.
The costume kind of was like really tight. I couldn't really move in the thing. Couldn't see or move. So when I felt the pressure on my side, because I think he pushed me after he kicked, and then I just fell to the ground.
Swampscott police say the suspect, identified as Michael Curl of Lynn, ran up from behind on the...
Ran up from behind and kicked him in the behind. Can you imagine getting your ass whooped while you're in an inflatable suit and you can't defend yourself? How you gonna punch back? You got padded punches.
Sidewalk along Kings Beach.
Get out of here, fascist, you Nazi.
A police report says, quote, Curl uses his right leg to hook around Silvera's legs, causing him to fall forward. It says Curl then re-engages, wrapping his arms around Silvera's neck and jumping up.
By the time I got the costume off, he was already at the police talking to him, saying that I hit him with a pole.
Silvera denies hitting Curl with the flagpole.
You got people in the comments that's saying Trump has that effect. This world is dumb, falling for rage bait, so not American. I can still find joy in this. Right, Alyssa? What up? Trump has that effect. That's Jack. What a lunatic. Somebody said he did it on purpose, knowing that they were going to get that type of response.
And says he was attacked while trying to leave the event.
Y'all are nuts.
There was so much chaos, I couldn't really get loose, and the costume was holding me in.
He says he will continue showing his loyalty to the president unapologetically, even if others may not like it.
I kind of get a little goofy with it sometimes. I'm like a jokester. That was all it was.
Curl pleaded not guilty to a charge of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon and was released on personal recognizance. He's due back in court next month for a pre-trial hearing.
Man, imagine that. That's a new sport. That should be a new sport right there. You pick your inflatable, I pick my inflatable, and we just go at it. That'd be like some comedy right there. Maybe I might actually do something like that. You know what? We may be on to something new, you guys. You always figure something out by looking at it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I want you guys to see this right here where this appeals court has basically deals a win to President Trump, and they say that they saw through Portland's dishonesty. This is on on our header this morning. Wanted you guys to make sure you saw it. This is also what I've been speaking to you guys about. There's friendly protesting and there's protesting like this. I mean, if you're out there, please try to put yourselves in the shoes of the person that's actually working, or even the person next to that person. Someone throws a projectile at you or a firework that's heavy, maybe 60 or an M80, that can cause some severe damage. That's what I'm talking about. It turns from peaceful protest to hell with this camera. I'm about to kick your ass. Do me a favor, please, you guys. I really appreciate it if you could double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, because what that does is gets more people over here. Also, give me all the money in your pockets. No. I don't care about that. But really, I'd appreciate it if we get those likes up, justify the means, and let more people see what we got going on over here, if you appreciate the show.
That was the scene in Portland over the weekend, protests spiraling into violence near an ICE detention facility. This, as an appeals court has ruled in favor of the White House and President Trump, saying it can deploy the Oregon National Guard to the city. Former prosecutor Jim Trusta here, and Jim, good day to you. I got two questions on this, but first, the Oregon governor, Democrat, strongly against this, said this after the ruling from the court. Watch here.
Oregon remains united in the fight against this unwanted, unneeded military intervention in Oregon. We're going to continue to show up for our neighbors, make our voices heard, and use our collective power to protect our communities and our democracy. I still urge the Trump administration to send all the National Guard members home.
Okay, you've got that. It's unclear to me in reading about this whether you can only send state National Guard troops that apply to that state, or you can draw other Guard troops. Do you know what that answer is?
Yes. I don't know for sure, but it seems like it's open to pull them from wherever. I mean, basically the authority, the permission slip for the president that they've been given is that if you need to back up federal law enforcement by having the National Guard come, you can do so even if the governor objects to it. So the key is that issue of, are they needed to protect federal law enforcement functions? And
this no longer looks like a peaceful protest. It looks like it's getting too much out of hand. What the hell is going on with people? I understand you guys are mad, but for real, that's how y'all getting down? Man, we didn't get back. We know better. You ain't gonna see no black folk out there talking about we shall overcome. Y'all don't see us in them crowds. Probably mixed in. Got a couple of people that think that they can get away with it, but I'm not doing it. You won't see me out there. Because I'm not even trying to get myself hurt. Let's get on over to this other situation right now where we got this. I told you guys about this yesterday. Did I? Oh, I showed you that already. I want you guys to see this right here. Watch these credit card readers. I want you guys to see how people are stealing now. Not only do we have people that are coming in, putting on face plates to steal your credit card information. They come in with a fake faceplate. They put it on top of the ATM machine. And then once you keep on swiping, your information goes on that card that's in the faceplate. They come back in a couple of days later, they take that faceplate off and they leave. Some people don't even do it with the faceplate. You got this one lady right here. She walked straight up into the store and took the damn thing off the registers. Watch this right here. This is pretty crazy right here. I want you guys to check this out. Watch this woman right here. And this is in Los Angeles. Check this out, in the LA bakery, while nobody was paying attention.
LA bakery and its customers are now at risk after a high-tech robbery. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Michael Brownlee.
And I'm Colleen Williams. A woman was seen on camera appearing to steal the credit card reader from the Renee's Bakery. The bakery says within 2 days, $18,000 was stolen. NBC4's Ted Chen spoke exclusively with the owners of this bakery.
Colleen and Michael, we spoke to a cybersecurity expert who says when something like this happens, both businesses and customers are vulnerable.
Y'all see how fast she swiped that card reader?
The owner is trying to get his money back, and the sheriff's department is looking for the culprit caught on camera. On surveillance video, you can see the thief lingering inside Renee's Bakery behind two customers. She then goes up to the counter to pay for an item with cash, then asks for a bottle of water, then a second bottle, and when the clerk turns around to get it, she steals the credit card reader. Owner Rene Ocampo Barrera says upon checking his bank account, he realized she had stolen more than a machine.
Yesterday in the morning, I checked my bank account, and they taken $18,000 for my account.
We see weaknesses everywhere we look in small businesses.
Cybersecurity expert Stan Stahl says small businesses often don't do enough to protect themselves from electronic theft.
The bakery itself, the fact that it lost money suggests to me that the configurations, the way the system was set up was not set up carefully enough to protect the business owner from this kind of thing. Stores need something called multi-factor authentication, where you can't get into a bank account just with a password.
Stahl says customers who use credit card readers to make purchases are also exposed if the reader is compromised, which is why he says consumers should always check their purchases.
And also set up alerts on your credit card. Every time my credit card gets used, my cell phone gives me a text message. You just use your credit card and the...
I know you guys have that already set up, where you got your I know you guys have it notifying you every time you use a credit card, right? It should notify you every single time your credit card is used. Thank you so much, MREL, for the $5 super chat. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate every single thing around here. 5 on it, that's a lot. We appreciate it. Imagine if I had $5 from 100 people. Woo, I'd be sitting pretty. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Want to keep on making sure you guys get this information that we need to get to you.
Amount and where.
To protect your bank accounts.
NBC4 reached out to Renee's bank, Bank of America, which explained that the thief appeared to have fraudulently used the card reader to authorize a refund. It says it is investigating what happened and will contact Barrera directly.
I have words to explain to what I'm feeling.
You feel bad.
The Sheriff's Department says the incident report will be sent to detectives who may pursue this as felony grand theft. Reporting live from East LA, Ted Chen, NBC4 News. Michael, Colleen, back to you.
Man been busting his butt. He got his family in there trying to make that bakery go, and they don't make a lot of money. Think that $18,000 was a lot? That probably was for supplies overhead and whatever he needed to maintain. That's sad right there. The man, you seen him almost come to tears? Hopefully he put a GoFundMe together and his business thrives after that, or a whole bunch of people sees his business and just go there and buy him out. Every single thing in there, yeah, we want that, we want that. We got to support businesses like that, especially small ones and stuff, and hopefully they catch that lady who stole that card reader, because that's wrong. Let's get on over to another thief that they took over 1,600 in candles, the cops say. That's right, they went inside of a candle store, and I guess they said, you know what, we just going to rack up and keep on moving and take whatever we can. Yeah, we need to stop all of this craziness going on out here where people think that they can just steal from people, like Bath and Body Works. These people need to really start catching real charges for stuff like this, because it hurts the neighborhoods, it hurts the people that work there, and the next thing you know, the customers like ourselves have to pay for that. Thank you so much, BKUP Backup. I appreciate you. Everybody, thank BKUP Backup for the 5 on it. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
A crime on camera that'll have you asking, what's that smell?
Well, this new video shows a group of people walking into the Margate Bath and Body Works, taking dozens of candles. Local 10's Rosh Lowe joins us live with the exclusive video.
We're talking about a whole bunch of candles, so you would think at this point cops are trying to pick up the scent of these suspects, and it shouldn't be too hard. These are very pungent candles, expensive candles, but the concern here, say store employees, they believe this trio has hit numerous locations. I have to say, something doesn't smell right. Which is ironic because it smells great in here.
It smells great in here. Yeah, we have amazing candles.
Bath and Body Works in Margate off Atlantic Boulevard, and the video is clear as day. The suspects enter with their faces covered.
And they flaming. You already see he came in there like Antoine. That was Twan right there. First of all, we're going to call it as we see it. I don't care if you guys are mad at me. We got a flame, y'all. We got a confident flame that stole from the Body Works. Let's go.
Bath and Body Works in Margate off Atlantic Boulevard, and the video is clear as day. The suspects enter with their faces covered with masks. And employee John Flood knew something was up.
She came in and she came in very hostile. She came in complaining already. She already came in with bad energy.
Back to the video. Look at them leaving, loaded up.
63 wick candles. It wasn't even the small ones. It was our big candles.
More than 60 candles valued at over $1,600 gone.
Yo.
We heard they may have hit a Bath and Body Works store in Hollywood.
Yes. Yes, so they're
They
doing
just
this in
came in and
multiple
started
stores. They're not
boxing
just coming
stuff
here to the Lakewood Shopping Center. They're doing this in
Dollar
multiple
Tree,
stores.
one man.
This is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
And this, according to store employees, is not an isolated incident. This case happened last month, but police are actively looking for this group because they think they are connected to multiple incidents. The scent on this one is theft. Brazen, broad daylight, just packing up the candles and taking off.
He was just going up, taking them, and like putting them, grabbing them in her purse. It was insane. It's absolutely insane.
Well, that's what they're doing now, because it's like you can't really get locked up unless it's a certain amount of money, grand theft and all of that. And then when you get locked up, liberal judge is going to say, let him out. He didn't know. He needed the money. Let him out. Yeah. And then he's going to strike again and keep it moving. Y'all already know what that was. One person said 1 man, 2 women. Correct about that. 1 broken-wristed man. So broken-wristed you couldn't keep it up with a stick if you had it up under there. I saw that flare when he walked in. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now, told you guys, I'm not playing. Let's get on over to Trump as he points out where JFK, I don't want to say that word. Yo, Trump, I mean, you be just talking about people, telling all the business. How are you going to tell where JFK cavorted with women at? Come on now.
Conference here, all the press standing back there, they'd be cursing me. The women would be lifting up their shoes saying, you've destroyed my shoes, this is terrible. So we got a stone that's the exact same stone and color as the White House itself, because we wanted the friendly feeling of that light color, and it reflects the sun and it keeps you cool even in the summer. And we've had press conferences. We finished it about a month ago. This is, as you see over here, the Presidential Walk of Fame. And we had this long wall with half windows because that used to be a swimming pool on the other side of the wall. That was the swimming pool where Jackie would say, I hear women inside. Are women inside? Quite a famous, I'm not saying anything, this was a part of a movie. And the Secret Service said, no ma'am, there's no women inside, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am, you're gonna have to move along. But I hear women inside. No ma'am, you'll have to move along, ma'am. So that was the famous swimming pool. Now it's even worse. It's for the media. They covered the pool up. They covered the pool up, and now it's for the media. And I think we have a small representative group. I don't think they allowed the rest of them. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I told you he be you can't tell Trump a secret, boy. You cannot tell your boy anything. How you going to move it along? We ain't know nothing about that. Jackie's like, I hear women. The Secret Service is like, ma'am, move it along. You don't hear nothing. Those are your lying ears. I ain't trying to get in trouble by the president, because our job is to keep your ass away from that pool. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Oh, we got this cook. He thought it was good to all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seeds bun. To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seeds bun. But what's mostly important about that recipe right there? Is it the 2 all beef patties? Is it the special sauce? Yes, it is. Guess why? Because the special sauce is something that they would never let anybody know. Case in point, we got this video that shows a cook stealing restaurant secrets, recipes. That's right, you guys. He said, you know what, if you firing me, I'm taking the secrets with me. So guess what? This one guy, he was not playing. He said, you know what? Like I said, if you're firing me, the secrets go with me.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Caroline. We have new details today on a conspiring chef.
A worker at a Doral restaurant is accused of stealing secret recipes, and now we're seeing the moments on camera. Local 10's Rosh Lowe has the video.
All right, everyone. So as you see, I'm inside the restaurant. You know why? I said to myself, if I'm going to do a story on secret recipes and allegedly stolen recipes, I have to see what all this is about, because the police chief said that these recipes are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So
Really?
I got this thing.
Like the McDonald's recipe, 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seeds bun. But what's in the secret sauce?
Called, let me show it to you, it's Chimmy Mardisco. So before we go to our story, let me try it. See what this is all about. Wow, that's really good. So you can understand why the police chief is concerned, why the owner of this place is concerned, and why an arrest was made. What's cooking in this kitchen? Well, cops say it's theft, secret recipes. You can see the suspects say cops on video taking the recipes, which they say are worth a bunch of money.
These recipes are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
50-year-old Carlos Gottberg Marquez is accused of stealing 3 recipe books from the Mordisco restaurant in Doral. He'd only been working there for about a month.
He stole 3 of the recipe with all the information of the...
So this is similar to, SpongeBob SquarePants. When what's his name that's always trying to steal the special secret for the Krabby Patty? You guys know what I'm talking about. He might send a worker over there to steal the recipe book. You never know. It could be something like that. Could Plankton be behind this? Who's behind this?
The menu items and how they're made and other pertinent details.
He's the heart of the restaurant. Cesar Gonzalez is the owner of the restaurant, and I asked him, for example, if I wanted to make a sauce, I would just go look online. What's the difference here?
Estoy 100% seguro que sí, pero el mío no lo va a conseguir online.
But yeah, you can find one online, but you will never find his online.
Gonzalez has a massive following, more than 3 million on Instagram looking at his dishes.
Whoa.
Muchísimas cosas.
From temperatures to spices to just so many different components. That's what is required to make, the menu at Mordisco, and it's a unique restaurant.
The suspect was arrested Monday night, just a few blocks away, at another restaurant where he worked. Now he's facing the heat, charged with theft of trade secrets.
I'm telling you, that other company said, look, they got a Plankton over there. Go over there, get the secrets, and we're going to have the new Krusty Krab over here. That's what it was all about, you guys. I told you I wasn't playing. I know what I'm talking about. We got to keep it moving forward, because I got a report coming in. Do you guys remember that guy that we spent that money on, that we dedicated to, and we said, you know what, we're going to give you some money in hopes that you get better? Well, get his wheelchair, and he's getting therapy. None other than Supernova and Lynn. I got a report for the dog that we donated the money to that had the disc surgery, and now he's healing up and he's getting therapy with his mom at home, and he's doing much better. This is Nova, guys. This is Lynn and Nova. We donated monetary to Nova's disc surgery. Nova now has a wheelchair. He's still coming through recovery. His wounds are healing up. And Lynn is not playing when it comes down to the therapy that she's doing with him. She's exercising. She's doing range of motion. And one thing that made me cry yesterday when I saw it, I saw that muscle just go like that. It just started jumping on its own. He's standing up on his own sometimes. Nova really wants to walk again. He is really trying. So I want to give mad props to Lynn. So much love to Nova, because they are a testament to the love, and somebody she's basically never going to give up on her baby. And she said it. She said, she looked at him in his face. I saw that day. She said, I'm not giving up on you. And she meant it. So we are not giving up on you, Lynn. Check this out. He was not walking at all or been able to stand on his own. But now, through therapy, surgery, and our love and prayers, Nova's getting better. I watched this for like 20 minutes yesterday. I just kept on rewinding. And he wants to stand. You guys see it? Just keep on working. He's using that muscle right there. I see that muscle. Look at her. She happy, boy. Look. She working with her baby. That's what I'm talking about. That shows you the power of love right here. I'm telling you, the power of love ain't no joke. I don't care what nobody say. Love, man, listen, love is no joke. And Nova, he's lucky to have an owner and a mother like Lynn. But she's not giving up on him. She went on the internet, told us what was going on, did not give up. And now she's doing therapy with him, working out his range of motion, even in the streets, running around in the park with him. He like, Mama, what you doing back there? And yes, he got to wear a pamper, because sometimes he can't control himself. But when you see the tail go up, see that? Look, look, look. She's trying to get him to balance on his own. You gotta work. You gotta work it, y'all. If you really want it, you gotta work it back sometimes. And what I love about him is he's not giving up. Look, he's not paying attention to his hind legs, so now he got it. Look, see? There you go. Keep on working at it, Lynn. That's right. Yeah, help him out when he needs you. Now watch, I want you guys, I know we've been here for a minute, but we're gonna stay here for a minute too. I want you guys to see that muscle and that thigh start jumping. Because that's when we know, that's right, range of motion, range of motion, range in motion. Stimulate the muscle. He like this, looking to the side like. And yes, my favorite dog, I love XL Pit Bulls. That's how I get down. This is my favorite breed of dog right here. I breed them, puppies, everything. I had at least about 5 or 6 successful litters, and I've never lost one puppy. If I got a break night to stay up so them puppies stay alive, that's what I was doing. See all of that massaging that she's doing? Massaging the muscle, getting it back active again so it can have a feeling in it. Look, 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 look. See that muscle jumping? Now watch when she stops. Gotta move it or lose it, baby. Mommy, why you touching my butt? I know what you saying, pretty boy. Look, look at that. Know what I'm talking about. I done raised them from nothing, from babies. I hear what everybody else is talking about Nova may not ever walk again, but that dog want to walk and his mother is not having it. You're going to have to tell Lynn something different if you think that she's going to stop trying to train with Nova. And if y'all trying to make some money, 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 all y'all got to do is hit that link in the description to make up to $540 today. Because I put 2 surveys in there. You guys will be able to make some money and I'll be able to make some money too. Also, Y'all already know how we do around here. If you're trying to promote your business, might be a mobile detailer, could be a barbecue guy. I don't know what you do. You could be somebody that does lawn care. We're trying to help you promote your business. And how are we going to do that? What we're going to do is you guys send over your promo to us. We're going to put it in the post notification area on YouTube. It has to be sized 1080 by 1080 in order for it to fit properly. And guess what? All you got to do is be subscribed or a member to the channel. Send it over to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridge this, not that. LLC@gmail.com. I'll put it up for you guys and see if you guys can get some more business. Also, yes, we come into Staten Island, Totenville. That's right. Show your talent search. Myself, DJ Don Dada. We doing 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. But guess what? Next week, we're going to be in Staten Island on November the 1st. I'll have a location set for you guys. The flyer is going to be going up probably by the end of the day or tomorrow. What's the Show Your Talent search? That's the talent search where you come out and you can make possibly $250 in your borough. That's right. I want to see your talent singing, dancing, backflip, maybe able to do a wheelie. I don't know what you can do, but if it's talent, I want to see it. And boom, you can make up to $250 in that store. Also, DJ Don Dada is going to be there with me of Black Ink Crew. That's my DJ. Go DJ. That's my DJ. So we're going to be in control of all the music, all the entertainment. So that means that we'll be able to go live for those people that are not in the 5 boroughs that want to see the Show Your Talent search, where people step up, they show us what they got, and if they're good enough, that's right, boom, $250. Staten Island, here we come. Got an address coming to you guys as soon as possible. How do you be a part of this Show Your Talent search? If you're in Staten Island, go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's right, www.drinkbigdrip.com. First page, put your email address in the mailing list, and that's it. That's all you got to do. We're going to update you and let you know where the next location is at. We're going to have it all up on the website. Right here, we're going to put it in that post notification area as well as the Instagram page. That's right, BOOGOTTINYC. That's my Instagram page. If you guys want to join my Instagram, it's BOOGOTTINYC. We always promote over there as well. That's right. Show Your Talent search coming up November 1st. Myself, DJ Don Dada. See if you guys can make $250. We coming to Staten Island, y'all. We about to do it. That's right. First, you're going to make $250. And if you make it through the entire talent show and you wind up being the last person that wins, you're going to win $1,000 on top of the $250 that you've made in your borough. That's right, you guys, all being sponsored and put together by Big Drip Hard Punch, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Must be 21 and older because, yeah, it's definitely an alcohol. There you go, y'all. I'm going to turn it around right there. That's the QR code. Go ahead and hit that QR code. All you got to do is go to that QR code right there. If you guys want to be a part of the Show Your Talent search, hit that QR code. It'll take you right to the website. And with that being said, y'all know what today is. Another day to breathe. He gave it to us. Get it right. Stop worrying about problems, because guess what? He gave us another day to get up and be fortunate, because if you didn't get up, you couldn't even deal with the problem. Stop having anger so much. Stop being stressed out so much. Be an optimist. Think about what you can do. Focus your every day on getting there, and I promise you, you will get there or close. Don't give up on yourself, and never listen to nobody that doesn't have the same passion or the drive that you're trying to do. Maybe they need to get away from you. Maybe they just don't understand. But if you got something focused on you or what you want to do and you positive about it, I'm going to be the one to say, guess what? Don't listen to nobody and keep on moving. Don't stop like the hands of time. Getting out of here with some prayers for people like Liberty and Justice. My sister Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. Also Mark Dorfman. Baddie Lynn, who always shows love. Thank you for stepping up. Jeff Spilker. Casey Ramos. Kendra Walker. Who we got up in the building? Kendra made it today. Okay, how you doing, Kendra? Who else we got up in here? Stillwell Joshua. Sky, thank you so much for always being 100. Diggity digs for 489. That's what I said. I mean it like I said it. And I want you guys to know I appreciate you like we always say and how we always do. Amen. And thank you. With that being said, Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, Friday, boom, 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 boom. Just got paid, boom, boom. Friday night, might give Bugatti a tip if I'm feeling right. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Get 'em! Peace. Hope you had a good time.